In the Bible, Jesus Christ is with his disciples, and they're on a boat, and a sea is roaring. The waves are crashing, like the time of Jonah. Jonah was a man that was sent on a mission to go save people by telling them to repent. But Jonah didn't want to do it, and he said no to God. And so it made him so sad that he slept at the bottom of the boat, and he sat there, and he cried himself to sleep because he was sad. But then in the future, Jesus was fulfilling the prophecy. So now Jesus is at the bottom of the boat, peacefully sleeping, and the disciples are freaking out the same way that Jonah was. We're gonna die. There's no way out of this. The storm is over them. I'm talking like, if we were on this boat, there isn't like how we're getting out of this. It's like, oh, we're dead. There's nothing else besides being dead. So they run down and they go, do you not worry about our life? Like, we're gonna die. And he says, what little faith do you guys have? You guys just watch me perform. He didn't say this. In verbatim, he said, what little faith do you have? But let me paint the image. They just watched him do a bunch of miracles, and they're still doubting the man who did all of this, okay? They know who he is. They have a hunch, but they're still doubting him. That's us. We know we're with God, but we still doubt him. We know what he's done in our marriage. We have countless times where he's prepared and provided, and in the new circumstance, the devil found a way to make us not believe that he's going to save us here. And so we're sitting here, and I thought this was a beautiful message because Jesus looks at the waves, and he goes, shh, be still. And the waters go so still that Jesus goes and he stands on the water. And he walks out, and he's standing on the water. And then he says, Peter, come. And Peter's like us. He's like, what? I'm like, come out there. So he comes, puts his feet out there, and he's standing on it. And then he comes closer, and he comes closer, and he comes closer. Then all of a sudden he hears like thunder or something where it sounds like a storm, or he's scared. He took his eyes off of Jesus for 1 second, and he sunk underwater. And Jesus was close enough to grab him and pull him out. And he pulled him out. And let me just say, this is us. We take our eyes off of Jesus for 2 seconds, and we're drowning. But the moment he took himself away from Jesus is when he put himself in fear, and he drowned. But he put it back to God. He's breathing. So what I tell people is, if you're in a storm, amazing. It sucks, but why not stand on top of the storm with your God? Why sink underneath it? Why? You don't need to be there. You don't need to be drowning. You need to be in that place, but not in the same circumstance that you see it as. If you're there under your turbulence, why not stand above it? And the only way you could do that is by having your eyes focused on God.